And I mean, you guys are great, but aren't people in general the worst? Yeah, people suck, right? I know I'm awful. Yeah. You ever meet somebody and not even 5 minutes into talking to them, your only thought is, how are you the sperm that won the race? And at some point, everyone you met was the fastest, strongest, most determined sperm out of literally millions of other sperm. Now you're the dumbest employee at Dairy Queen. How the mighty have fallen. And if you won that race, I would hate to see the dumb shit loser sperm who came in last place. Every other sperm is darting towards the egg as fast as they can, swimming for their lives. He's off in the corner chasing his own jizzy tail in a circle. It's like, dude, swim that way or you'll die. No, I got to see where this is going. Yeah, that's right. Live in Las Vegas. Now, there was some culture shock moving to Las Vegas. I moved there almost 10 years ago, right from Sandy, Utah, so there was some culture shock. My first week in Las Vegas, a really popular Catholic priest got arrested for cocaine possession, which definitely shocked me. In Utah, we don't have a lot of cocaine or Catholics, so I was surprised. But even though I was surprised, I kind of found it refreshing. Personally, I thought it was nice to hear about a priest getting busted for a different kind of blow. Are the priests here on a Monday? I think we're probably safe on that one. I seem worried. There's like a priest back there. I don't think there is. Lived in New York for a little while. I love living in New York, man. It was a great time. But my favorite thing about living in New York, I think, was talking to people who live in New Jersey. Because people in New Jersey are desperate to make you believe that New Jersey's pretty much New York. They'll tell you that shit all the time. Dude, you just moved to Jersey. It's way cheaper. It's right across the river, and it's pretty much New York. When they clear, it's way cheaper because it's definitely not New York. If New Jersey's pretty much New York, by that logic, New York would pretty much be New Jersey. And no one has ever said that. No one's ever walked through Manhattan on a beautiful sunny day and thought to themselves, you know, I feel like I'm pretty much in New Jersey right now. I did actually think that once. I was waiting for my subway one morning. I saw a homeless guy squatting down, taking his shit directly onto the track. And I thought, yeah, I feel like I'm pretty much in New Jersey right now. This seems about right. Good. My first day in New York, man, my first subway ride, I saw a homeless guy just beating off furiously. And he was looking at a girl across the train, just dead in her eyes, and she looked super offended, which kind of offended me, because clearly this girl could not take a compliment. How hot must she have looked? He couldn't wait to get to the bathroom at Burger King where he usually jerks off. He had to whip it out right on the subway. I'll tell you right now, if I'm ever on a train or a bus and a girl makes eye contact with me and just shoves her hand down her pants and goes nuts, I'm gonna feel great about myself. Like, holy shit, I must look really good today. Want me to pose for you? Whatever gets you there faster, baby. Yeah. Some more culture shock in Vegas. My first roommate, there was a gay dude named Mark. He'd come from Utah. Mark was my first gay friend, definitely my first gay roommate. Nicest guy in the world, but he did catch me off guard a few times. One night, Mark and I, we were watching a little TV, and we had not spoken a word to each other in 45 minutes. We're watching the OC, but that's how gay this was. We're watching the OC. Just lost in OC heaven. Here's how Mark chose to break the silence. He said, hey, John, just so you know, if you ever want me to suck your dick, that is always on the table. I had no idea how to respond to that shit. Like, I didn't want him to do it, but I still felt like I should say thank you. Because that might be the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. That is top of the list. No woman has ever offered a deal that great. Your wife isn't doing that shit. Not even on your birthday. No. The closest any woman will ever come to saying that, saying, hey, honey, just so you know, if you ever want me to suck your dick, you better learn how to wash a fucking dish. So the women laughed at me like, shit, I forgot to do the dishes again every time. Mark and I, we used to argue all the time, but we never argued about him being gay. They were just your typical roommate squabbles, but I do feel like his gayness is relevant, because one night I got so mad at Mark, I told him I wanted to shoot him in the face. All he did was wink at me. Yeah, that one takes a minute. If you don't get it now, you are not going to be happy when you do. That's how that one works. Well, if you need a shower, that's how you got that one. Like, ooh, I just feel dirty. Yeah. That's how you know. That's the test, yes. So being from Utah, I said, not a lot of gay folks in Utah, not a lot of black people either. When the Jazz are on the road, there are no black people in Utah. It's a fact. So I was wondering, if a black guy is gay, does he only fuck fat white guys? Thank you, one guy in the bow tie. Appreciate that. For once, it's not Jordan. That was weird. A guy clapping in a bow tie, and it's not Jordan. That's really shocking. Yes. Oh, man. Believe it or not, I am not the least successful person in my family. Even though I'm on this stage right now, people in my family are doing worse than me. It's true. I have a brother who is 36 years old. He's been a barista at Starbucks for the last 11 years. Barista, by the way, is Italian for failure. Little known Italian translation, yes. If you're barista, your family tells all their friends that you're dead. I'm sorry, it's less embarrassing than saying that you serve coffee. It's true. My brother's a barista, but to you, he's dead. So, don't have a brother. No. I am broke. I am a working comic, which means all of you just have way more money than me. Sure, I'm very poor. So poor, I bought these shoes on a hanger. You ever buy your shoes on a hanger? Even though that shoes could hang on a hanger? That is some next level broke. I mean, that defies everything I ever learned about gravity and shoes, but somehow the wizards at Walmart found a way to hang a shoe. And I paid my $8.50 and I bought my Faded Glory shoes. I'm not being cute, by the way. Faded Glory is actually the Walmart store brand name of clothing. The most appropriate name in the history of clothing, by the way. Because if you're buying your whole wardrobe at Walmart, your glory has long since faded. It's just a fact. I like that sound. I don't even know what that was. It's like a squeal. All right. Fellow poor people, I appreciate that. It's tough, man. Being broke, it affects every aspect of life. Like Christmas and birthdays suck now because all my gifts are just people forgiving various amounts of debt. Like, they're not items. I just call up everybody I know, like, hey, dude, you know that $50 you lent me a few months ago? Well, it's my birthday next week. Can I just never pay that back? All right, talk to you at Christmas. Sweet. What's worse is just to actually try. Do not try to give a poor person something thoughtful, because all we want is cash. Anything else you give us, we know exactly how much it costs and how much weed we could have bought with it, and we are not happy with you. My mom overthought it. For Christmas, my mom got me a scented candle. That's a terrible gift, no matter how much money the person you're giving it to makes, but it's really bad for a poor person. And just to add insult to injury, this candle smelled like chocolate chip cookies. That really pissed me off as a poor person. I couldn't afford dinner. She gave me the smell of dessert. Give me actual cookies, you monster. She's a bad cookie monster. Didn't even know that was possible. Are you guys done? Is that why you're sitting there again? All right, cool. Figured that was what was happening. Real quick, guys, before we find out who was the funniest and who's going to go home and kill themselves, that's how this works. I'm sorry. There's more to this than you think. Someone will not wake up tomorrow because of what happens here tonight. I'm sorry. Let me just tell you real quick. By the way, no one's important. There's like 12 VIP seats and no one's sitting in them. You're all pieces of shit. Not important at all. Promise you people, you will never get drunk and go to a tattoo parlor because this could happen to you. I usually try to hide this, but we're all best friends. It's 4 Chinese symbols. I think it says poser, but there's no way to be sure. Now, I was so drunk when I got this tattoo for 6 months, I had no idea what it meant. So one night I went down to one of those Asian massage parlors in Vegas just to find out what it meant. Only reason I was there. I seemed to doubt my intentions, yes. The lady said it means happy ending, $50. Whatever the hell a dollar is. No, actually, I found out it means seize the day, carpe diem. So I am not a poser, because this is a Latin phrase tattooed in Chinese. That's right. I am a jackass, but I am no poser. Yes. But I realized for the rest of my life, whenever I meet people, they're always going to ask me what this says. So I said, I'm going to tell them whatever the hell I wanted to say at that time. They aren't asking because they can read Chinese. So if an ugly girl's hitting on me, it says no means no. Other days it says back streets back for life. It is for life. It is. But most days I say it means orange chicken and fried rice. Oh yeah, I love Panda Express so much that now instead of vocalizing my order, I just walk in and flash the tat. I will have that, sir. But sometimes they still mess up my order because much to my surprise, most Mexicans can't read Chinese. Shocking. Thanks for sticking that, you guys. You appreciate it. Thanks you very much.